Hi everyone, welcome to your navigational video. I try to create one of these each semester to help you navigate our Blackboard site since we are an online class. And I know everyone has their Blackboard set up a little bit differently, so I feel like it's helpful that perhaps I go through it as an instructor to show you where the tabs are, where the different information is, and just share how it is set up. So as you can see, excuse me, we are in the announcements page, and I really encourage you to check these announcements frequently. This is where the majority of my communication will come through, and anything that has to do with assignments, delays, changes, anything like that will be included on the announcements page. So please check it frequently. As you can see, for this week, we've got my crazy hair welcome video and our welcome to class. So in going over to our navigations here on the side, the next one we would click on would be faculty information, which is going to tell you a little bit about me and show you a picture so you have a face to go with the voice. Even though it's a little bit older picture, it's the best one I could find. So what you see is what you get. You'll find that I'm probably a brutally honest person, maybe to the point of annoying throughout this semester. So next we go to syllabus and schedule. This is really where the guts of the class are. And I kind of take the approach in that I try to teach from a student perspective. I just finished my schooling about 5 years ago, so I feel like I still kind of think like a student, and in the way that I set up my Blackboard and each tab, I try to set it up in a way that makes sense to a student. So I hope this works for you. Obviously, the first thing you want to know is what's expected of you. What kind of assignments will you have? How do we define the week? All of that should be included in your global health syllabus as well as your course schedule. I always do these separately because in all honesty, I'm lazy and I don't want to have to redo the syllabus every semester. And the course schedule, I think, is one of those things that really evolves in the course of teaching this particular class each semester. I have kind of found things that do work, things that don't work, especially in a condensed 8-week schedule. We don't have a lot of time, and so I really have to pare down the assignments. Sorry, I know you guys are really upset about that. Not a lot of assignments in this class. Please take a look at both the syllabus and the schedule. Let me know if you have any questions. I have tried to set it up in a weekly format so that you can look ahead, know what chapters we're going to be covering each week, and what kind of assignments you can be expecting each week. Now, on that note, and I have included this in both the syllabus and the assignment schedule, if you look at the assignment, homework, and matching questions, I have it as 200 plus or minus. The reason for doing that is I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all. I think it's very easy for us as instructors to say, oh, okay, in week 1 we're going to do this, and this is going to be the assignment, and in week 2 this is what we're going to do. I think that kind of creates, I don't know, I don't like to go that way, and I hope you can hang out with me on that. But I really like to do it based on how I feel like the class is progressing or not at any given point in time. So there may be times where you see that we're supposed to do matching questions for a particular week. Perhaps I feel like that would be redundant, that you guys are really grasping the concept far and above what previous classes have done. And so I will eliminate the assignment for the week. At the same time, if I feel like maybe we're struggling with a particular concept, or in looking at discussion board responses, I feel like it may be beneficial to kind of reinforce a particular point or topic, I may add an assignment. I will rarely do an addition of an assignment, and if I do so, excuse me, it will be with adequate notice. So it's not going to be like in the middle of the week, oh, by the way, you have an extra paper due on Friday. I don't like surprises. I don't like to do that to my students. That's just not cool. Also, while we're talking about not being cool or being cool, I really try to grade your assignments rather quickly. I will be honest in that last semester, there was a lot of stuff going on in my regular job and my life that really kind of delayed some grading, and it gave me a bad feeling about it, and I'm sure students weren't happy about it. So summers are generally much less busy for me. So you should be able to see your grades for any given assignment within a week. I really try not to go beyond that. I like students to know where they stand. If you really don't know what's expected of you or how you need to improve on an assignment, then I think it puts you at a very unfair advantage. And again, I just don't think that's cool. I don't like to do that to people. As a student, I really needed to know what my grade was at any given time. So I hope that this works for you. And again, everyone has different learning styles, and I think this is where that one-size-fits-all approach, or non-approach in my case, kind of makes my class a little bit different, because I'm all over the place. If you're a very linear, very structured thinker, I will probably drive you crazy. If you're a little more abstract and you don't mind sometimes flying by the seat of your pants, but being structured where it's important, we're going to get along fine. Along that line, and excuse me while I take a drink, along that line of getting along fine, one of the key points in this class, because we are going to cover very controversial topics, there are going to be multiple ethical implications within these topics. I really am going to make it mandatory that everyone remain respectful. When you post your comments on the discussion board, I am certainly not asking that everyone agree with each other. It would be very boring if that were the case. But I do ask that you are respectful of someone whose opinion may be different than yours. I do not tolerate any kind of bullying. I will not engage in it myself. I certainly don't expect everyone's viewpoints on topics to agree with mine or align with mine. And I am therefore very non-judgmental. Please, when you write your discussion boards or when you are writing your papers, don't tell me what you think I want to hear. I want honesty above everything else. You will find that this is kind of a common theme with me. I really want to create a culture of trust and honesty within our class. I think you just get so much more benefit from learning a particular topic if you're not afraid to be different, if you're not afraid to disagree with the instructor. And I try to be very unbiased. Certainly I have my own opinions, as does everyone. But as an instructor, it's not conducive to my students' learning if I put that out there continuously. So you'll find that I kind of step back on opinions as the instructor, but I will try to elicit opinions from you. Please know that I'm not doing that in order to judge or in any way, shape, or form. I really just am trying to get you to think outside the box and figure out why you believe or think in a certain way. Again, the entire topic of global health with ethics combined into it, there's going to be some horribly controversial topics. And if I don't make you squirm at least once, then I really haven't done my job well. If you have any questions on this or any concerns, please feel free to email me. Certainly we can talk about it. I really, again, just to reiterate and really drive this point home, I really want to create a culture of trust and respect in this class. It really, that's probably the most important factor in this class to me. And I hope that you take that as a challenge and that everyone's comfortable with that. So enough of my soapbox there. I set our learning up, or our Blackboard up, in a learning module style format. So each week we will have a learning module posted, and if I can get my, oh, sorry about that. I've got a little bit of a lag on my internet. So each week we will have a learning module posted, and within that learning module we will have a checklist and all of the assignments and documents that you will need for the week other than the textbook. So very straightforward. I try to be very organized with this. Again, coming from a student standpoint, I really like people to know what to expect. I realize that you're all adults, you have busy lives, you have a life outside of school. I understand that and I realize that. So I try to make it as streamlined as possible. I don't like a lot of clutter. I think when your mind becomes cluttered, it really does impede your learning. And so one of my goals for this class is to really just keep it as straightforward and as simple as possible. So if you look each week, you should have a checklist that tells you what to expect and what you need to do. And then within your table of contents, it will have the information that you need. So it will have your PowerPoint for the chapter, the audio for the chapter, any discussion board links for the chapter, any quizzes, exams, anything that pertains to that particular week should be in your weekly learning module. Finally, in wrapping this up, because this particular program only gives me 15 minutes to ramble on in my talking, and as you can see by my PowerPoints, they're short, sweet, to the point. It's because I'm not talking. My audios are significantly longer, and I do apologize if that gets annoying. Just turn it off. But I do like to point out that I have a link in here called Ask My Instructor. If you have any kind of question pertaining to the class, you may certainly post it on this link. If you are more comfortable in emailing me, certainly do so. The only thing I ask for email is that you do include Health 280 and then your section number in the subject line. The reason for that is I am an advisor at Boise State, and I can sometimes get upwards of 200 or 300 emails a day. So I need to be able to delineate who needs help right away and kind of be able to prioritize and compartmentalize my emails by subject matter. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would greatly appreciate it. I do try to respond to emails within 24 hours. I also try to have grades posted within a week. I can't think if there's anything else I need to talk about on this, as I am running out of time. So I hope you have found this helpful and not too annoying. And please, again, if you have any questions, feel free to use the Ask My Instructor link or email me at tinafreeman@cwidaho.cc. I really am looking forward to having a great short semester with you guys and learning some new thoughts and ideas and opinions, and kind of trying to relate my passion for this entire subject and make you excited about learning. So with that, have a great week, everyone, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.